Alright, man. We back after I don't know how many weeks, man. Episode 6 with Everyday Epiphanies podcast where we sit up here every other week. What? It's episode 6. Is it
No, I
not?
was
No,
counting weeks.
no.
Oh, okay. Episode 6, man, where we sit up here every other week and talk about a bunch of miscellaneous topics with Marty, Midas, and Phan, also known as Segoria.
Yeah.
So, what's on the menu today, fellas?
First of all, Happy New Year to y'all.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Happy New Year, man.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Doing our thing.
As always.
Man.
Oh,
Before
speaking.
we-
Huh?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh.
No, go ahead. Go crazy.
I finally replaced my bumper.
What you mean?
Like a couple winters ago, my bumper had got broke. I was stuck in the snow. I was trying to get out, ended up breaking my bumper. Yeah, I finally put this shit together.
Did you say a couple winters ago?
Yeah. I just been too lazy. I just been too lazy to buy a bumper.
Life.
And plus, man, bro, after I seen how it is to put a bumper together, bro, I understand. Why my mechanic was gonna charge me like $600.
It's crazy.
Jeez.
Crazy, bro.
Too much.
Too much, man.
Man. Oh. So like they charge you an arm and a leg?
No, I put it together myself. Me and my pops, yeah.
Entanglement.
Yeah, me and my pops put it together and put it on, man.
Oh, shout out to y'all. That's
Yeah.
what's up.
Shout out.
Mhm.
Shout out.
I don't know if I'd have did it. But
Bumper only cost me $400, so
oh, that ain't bad.
yeah,
For a whole bumper for the car?
yeah,
Yeah, no, for sure.
Pretty nice car at that.
yeah, for
Yeah, it
real.
is a really nice car. I actually got something for y'all, which will probably help all of you with the rest of this conversation. I had wrote down, it's not a question, but just for us to speak on different interpretations of pivotal information being completely misconstrued. Like that, it's such a vast topic that we can just narrow down to any different thing. But like for me, I don't even know if I can do this for work, but the bottom line is, let's say like the manager or boss says, this is what's going to be done today. Here's a list, right?
Right.
And you go on about whatever you're doing. And then let's say it's like a group chat for everybody. And every other day you got the same 3 people asking, what was this again? oh, like what was I supposed to do after? You know what I mean? Like, and this is a very small version of what I'm talking about. But like, just, I think another version of this that's almost better is like almost like the game of telephone, where you hear something and it's constantly changing.
Mm-hmm.
And then things get diluted and you don't know what's truth. Like all of this falls under this umbrella of why I find this to be irritating when it's close and it's like day to day, but also frustrating when you start looking at things on a wider scale and you just don't know what's what.
Elaborate on that. What you mean?
So like, what's something on a wider scale when you don't know what's what? Like right now, right? Like, and this is actually another good subtopic for infinitely other things. But let's say you're living life, right, and you created your boundaries, your box on what it is that you want to live by. It works for you. You're happy. Someone sees you're happy and is asking you questions. This may not be truth to them, right? Like, bro, this sucks. And it's just like, then why'd you ask?
Right.
But like, it's working for me, right? So then the nitty gritty for that would be something like, I don't know, I guess a stance on religion or going to college or, like, because these work for people. but then for others it completely doesn't, right? And then there are those hardcore people who will do their research and they're like coming to you with facts like, here's why this won't work, you shouldn't be doing this, you're wasting your time. And you're like, I'm not the one that asked, you came to me and I said this worked for me. Like, right? So this is it's still broad, but for the original thing, speaking on different interpretations of pivotal information, I just think it's wild. I think one that would be better for you guys is in video games as well, right? Like if you're playing some type of battle royale and you and some squad mates pinged where you're going, you said you're going this way, and somehow this got misinterpreted and somebody ended up where they should not have been. How do we get here? This is still an example of that. It's like, you get me?
Yeah.
So I guess I wanted to speak on like how do you guys think this happens? Like what's going on in people's brains where they're like either lost or just not collecting all of the information that's being given, you know?
I'm gonna speak only for myself because I don't know.
That's all I'm asking.
You know what I mean? So
yeah.
In my experience, when I've ever like, I'm gonna use the work example. Like if my boss was like, "Hey, here go the list, yada yada yada, do this," and I'm like, "Damn, what do I do next?" Usually, it's because one of those tasks has made me stress or made me think about it too much, and then I miss the rest because I'm thinking about something else. So like not paying attention would be my answer. Like not really quite paying attention, so you missing the most important parts. Whereas if you just, stuck it out and listened to the whole thing, you probably wouldn't have to come back, or you probably wouldn't get the wrong directions. Or like if we taking it from the video game perspective, let's say you was looting when they gave the ping's time out. You know what I mean? And now you over here and you like, you ain't see the ping? You like, nah, I ain't see the ping. What was happening? So I feel like just not really paying it. I'm gonna say paying attention. Like giving full undivided attention. How about that?
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got something to add?
No, Marty's basically just said exactly what I was gonna say. Exactly. It's honestly just not paying. It's really mostly not paying attention, whether it's intentional or unintentional. Because it's a lot of shit that happens. So paying attention, whether it's work or video game sense. It's like you just get hit with a whole bunch of information.
Yep.
And you just shuffling through papers. Yeah.
Damn, which one? Right?
Yeah.
I do like that you said that it can be intentional or unintentional.
Yeah.
Like you can tell when it's unintentional.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like just in regular conversation, somebody like, "Oh, what'd you say?" Then it's like, I don't know if that was unintentional or you just wasn't listening. You feel me? But I think there is two sides to that. I like that you said that.
Yeah, cause for example, when I was playing Warzone with my other guys and shit, so I had pinged the location and somebody else pinged the location. I told them to follow me, and because both pings was up, they wasn't looking at where I took the zip line to. They was just looking at the pings. So I end up fighting the whole team by myself, and they over the 3v2.
Where to go.
Yeah. So there's stuff. It was little stuff like that, man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the next part to this. Actually, is for the people who are giving the commands or giving the information, because it doesn't have to be commands.
Yeah.
But man, this whole thing becomes the disconnect of information, the disconnect of, it being communication being received, right?
Right.
Because there's so many levels to it. Like in that example you gave, I would have to step back emotionless and just ask, like, is there a reason why you guys don't follow me? Like I'll be like, follow me. What makes you not trust that statement and just look for me and try to just head my way? What's the worry? Because there's usually something in between that's not being communicated.
Yeah.
Like, I know, I'll use Justin as an example. When he first started playing with any of us, he's like, I don't have enough ammo, or my shields aren't good, and so now we're waiting, right? And we're waiting for him to get whatever, and we're like, we're hearing fights. And so what will happen is now we're taking notes. We took note of him. He needs to get what he needs to get. We're telling him there's fights happening, right? And then after losing X amount of engagements, we're letting him know, hey, they're winning fights, getting better gear, and if you can get there in the midst of and win, there's always going to be better gear at the fights. After that was communicated, he sped up. He was like, okay, now I'm just going to trust it. If y'all say go, I'm right behind you.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, like, in the workspace, I get annoyed because I'm not the one giving the statements, right? I'm one of the people who I'm listening. But it's gotten to the point where the people who give the statements get annoyed with repeating themselves. So now I'm the one saying it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So my communication skills are picking up the slack of someone else. Because I'm like, yeah, right? Because there's multiple things that's happening here now in the workspace. A lot of stuff shifts. For me, it's like, all right, as a worker, we are doing a lot.
Yeah.
And because I'm a worker, I get why they don't remember, because there's so much to be done.
Mm-hmm.
And when there's so much to be done to the point where I can't remember, I'm out here doing what I'm doing, dang near thinking I'm not getting paid enough. Yep. So, like, you, the person who's getting paid more than me, should have more patience, in my mind. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And you should be able to see your workers or soldiers and seeing what they lack and or need. This is your job.
Mm-hmm. That's why you're in that position.
You're supposed to be able to bridge this gap on, again, the what did I say? The misinterpretation of pivotal information, right? Because if we're making this about war, I don't know how you have a commander that doesn't know his troops. It's gonna go left real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, you got to get it. And if you're slow, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna set you up with one of my best, so I make sure you get it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
But people don't think that way.
Yeah,
people
they don't
think that, like you said, what they in turn do is get fed up and try and delegate. And that's when the telephone game comes into play. Because now the person that you ask them to delegate might not remember neither. So it's a downhill battle, it's a snowball effect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because okay, I can only speak from this from a game sense.
Go ahead.
Because like, okay, so in my Call of Duty group, right? After playing with them for so many years, it's finally clicked in my head. Like, I don't know why, because I'm fast with processing information, but I don't know why it took me so long to realize this. That there's two alphas, right? You have me and you have my other guy, and it took me too long to realize this. So it's like they're gonna follow him. One because they knew him longer and all that type of shit.
Okay.
And two, I realized this more recently when I was playing duos with him, because I always tell him, I'm like, bro, we need to be together. We don't need to be stacked holding each other's hands, but we need to be able to get each other right. We need to be able to get each other's trades. That's like if Phan runs into a building, I decide not to run into the building. I have no line of sight on him.
Right.
So I can't. So if he gets down, I can't get his trade. So by the time I get into the building, he done already healed up. Yeah.
I'm gonna give a work situation for that, because I think all of my uppers use me that same way.
Yeah.
So I've trained a lot of people, and the people who they give me are usually people who they see as problems off top. So like if I can't deal with it, they're not getting in.
Okay, that sucks. Like, okay, go ahead. I'm gonna let you.
And then the other part is even if they do get past me, they usually keep them with me for a couple weeks for the same reason. Because if where they lack, I pick up the slack. And on our breaks or in passing, I'm talking to them verbally. And this is just what I do. This is why they do it. And I know that's why they do it. I kind of shrug it off at this point. But like, I'll tell them, hey, you need any help? How you feeling? Is this, you still feel like this is for you? You know?
Yeah.
And I'm kind of gauging the psyche right now because it's a lot. And I know it's a lot. I'm trying to think. I had a guy who was kind of losing it. Like I caught him. He was on the side. He was catching a breath because it's a very physical job, as well as you trying to delegate a lot. There's a lot of things you need to be on top of. You're helping other people. They come first. So if they need help, you need to go help them, and as well as man what you're supposed to do, because that's not even technically your job. It's weird. I don't really know how to articulate this, but I called him and he was losing it. He was kind of having like a mental breakdown. Like he was red in the face, breathing. He was on the side. I'm like, you okay? He's like, yeah, it's just a lot, man. I'm like, well, I didn't hear you over the radio, man. I was like, just take a second. I was like, what were you about to do? And he showed me. I'm like, I'm going to get that. You take a second. You radio me when you're done, and I'll go back to where I need to be.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
And I did that, and he radioed me, and he was like, I'm good now. I was like, all right, I'm about to head back. He was like, I appreciate that. They don't know. The upper doesn't know anything about this, right? But it's again, I'm going to use it like commander, because commander's high. And if we're talking about war, it really will be more like sergeant.
Correct.
Okay.
Right? Because that's probably what more my rank would be, I think. I'm not the commander by any means. But what I'm doing could get me to a commander rank if I gave a fuck, but I don't.
Right.
You know, I just know that what we're talking about, and this now we're rolling into the next thing. I want to incorporate all of this. My next question for y'all seamlessly would be, what from video games have you taken and incorporated into real life? Because all of this to me is video games. This is exactly what I got from an Overwatch. This is exactly what I got from a Call of Duty. You know, this is exactly what I got from an Apex. Like if I think that I'm good,
right?
If I think, scratch that, good and bad, completely irrelevant. If I think I got the task, if I think I know what needs to be done to fulfill said task, I can literally coast and wait for everybody else to get it and still fulfill said task. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. So like Overwatch, if we need to push the payload, right? In order to win, I know how to successfully do that and communicate where all the enemies are and win. I don't have to overextend. I don't have to kill shit. But I will be communicating with you. I will be pushing this payload the whole time. While you're figuring out your character, the game, whatever, I'm going to be doing my absolute damnedest to make sure this thing is still going or to stop it, depending if we're attacking or defending.
Right.
And checking in with you simultaneously, because I already know what to do as far as the task is. You know?
Situational awareness.
Right.
Yeah. I like how you put that.
Yeah.
Sure.
But yeah, to answer your question though, it would be the enhanced speed that I'm now able to process information, reaction time, the enhanced version of situational awareness, and watching my surroundings. On top of the fact, we live in Chicago, so Yeah.
Yes.
Excellent.
It's even more enhanced version of that. So yeah, and especially reaction time, because y'all know how I drive. and because of that, like truthfully, and because of that, I am able to watch my surroundings and figure out my next 4 moves before, and I'm able to see, like, I'm just able to gauge what's going to happen before it even happens. So I'm able to stop way before time. Right, I'm able to stop way before it happens.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I think I'm gonna say just puzzles in general. I guess I don't know how that would like carry over into problem solving. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So like puzzles is crazy. I feel like I do them quick. I feel like just navigating situations is getting easier, and there's no other thing that I can think that would be the reason other than playing video games all the time. Reaction time, like he said, of course, and so I wasn't gonna put it the same way you did, Courtney, but I be catching shit like I know
real
that
life.
sound weird. Yes, in real life, like something, I'll hear something like falling behind me, and I'll reach back and catch it. Like it happens all the time. Like I don't know, and I don't know where else that would come from, but playing video games, because I ain't no like athlete, so I ain't have to like training that. You get me?
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know what else though. I feel like the spatial awareness, that's a good one. Like just knowing where shit is in proximity to your own body, and that's from doing it extended through a game. So like when it's in real life, it's just easier. That makes sense. So same thing you said, like living in Chicago, like you kind of always got to be on a swivel. Like I'm outside twice a day walking this dog, so I'm keeping an eye on the dog, watching for other dogs, because I know my dog is nervous. I'm trying to stay safe, because most of the time it's dark early in the morning, so it's just like a bunch of different stuff that like don't nobody teach you this stuff.
Right.
Kind of gotta just learn it off the cuff. So
live tutorial.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So
these are great. I love this. I'm loving this. So mine are for sure, bro. If it wasn't for video games, I would not have patience. I would not have the communication skills. The communication skills I have right now, 10 out of 10 are from video games. The ability to make small goals to still get victories within the losses. Huge. I'm gonna say that again. The ability to make small goals so I'm still getting victories within the losses, because the losses was taking me out. I was getting frustrated. I'm like, all right, I suck. Now I'm like, all right. Despite what's happening, because I'm looking at something and I know why it's happening, and it's not me. I'm not going to complain about it. What are small things I can work on for me that I'm still getting victory? I'm focusing on aim. Was my aim better this time? Yes. What was my spatial awareness, like y'all said, better this time? Yes. Did I get better? Did I get more kills now because my aim is better? Yes. Right. Was my accuracy better? Yes. Right. Or if it's a fighting game, right? How many lows did I land? Right? Like, so now when I'm carrying that over to life, man, how many times did I eat real food versus fast food? This was a good day. How many times did I actually work out? Was I able to hit so many X amount of push-ups? I washed my ass. These are small, like the little victories be mattering. Because if you go out and you're not doing these things, your whole day is jacked. Right? I just went to work, did XYZ, came home. It's an L. It's an L. I didn't set goals. I didn't set mini goals for me to win. You know, I didn't drink my water today. I didn't take my vitamins. I didn't wash my face. The ability to set the mini goal, bro.
Yeah.
Video games. That one is probably the biggest one for me from video games. Like,
Can I give a what's the word? A special shout out
Go
to
ahead.
organizational skills, because RPGs have told me that my pockets will get full, and I need to organize.
Man. I'm gonna tell look.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell y'all right now, man. Compared to my room and my box in Destiny, it is still unorganized.
Compared to my room is hilarious because you look phenomenal right there.
Oh,
bro.
You got organization back there.
Man, y'all don't want me to
I'm,
open my closet because I just throw everything in there.
Little that shit gonna fall out like a cartoon. Hockey sticks and shit. You ain't never played hockey.
They ain't never play hockey.
Skateboard from when I was 6, boy. Everything.
Gee.
Oh man.
Nah, my organization. Yeah. Man, actually, people used to like really make fun of. I used to walk, and some of y'all probably know. Both of y'all probably. I used to walk around just with the backpack, just stayed with stuff on me. Like what do you need a backpack for? You never know.
All right, that's the
you
answer.
you never know.
I had to ask him, man. I'm like, man, let me lift that real quick, bro. That backpack used to be so heavy, bro.
Heavy, bro. I felt like the turtle hermit from Dragon Ball, bro. I'm just walking around with
it
bro.
It's ready
You remember when Rock Lee took off his leg weights, boy, and he dropped them?
100% what it was.
Yeah, it was just like that.
Man. Oh, another crazy skill that I've got from video games is assessing other people's ability to problem solve. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God. You just know when you're dealing with someone else who's upper echelon. Like they just doing everything right immediately. You didn't have to say nothing twice, right? And they just executing. Or the ability to see someone who thrives in certain things where most other people lack, like what their skills are, right?
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Positivity.
Yeah, man.
Positivity. Because people who just be toxic, I'd be like, please get away from me.
Man.
Video games has showed me in real life people who don't know how to just think positive and just be complaining. I'm like, yo, for why?
Breathe, my boy. Breathe.
Count to 10 for me.
Hey, man.
Think of 3 good things that happened to you today.
I got to a point where if I'm like that, just cut it off.
Cut it
Go
off.
do something else.
Yeah.
Go do something else for a little bit. You ain't gotta stop forever. Just for right now. If you that mad, you gotta let it go.
Bro, I'm that annoying guy at work. I'm gonna let you know off top. I'm the one that's coming in, first thing in the morning, yelling at all y'all, good morning.
Good morning.
You wiping the crust out your eye. I'm like, hey, how you doing? You hate it. I know they hate it, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm keeping you on your toes. I'm trying to make sure you're good.
Right.
And don't not answer me, because then I'm gonna linger. I'm gonna look at you. You good? I'm like, you all right?
Morning.
Yeah, for real.
You all right? They like, yeah. Like, oh, okay. I'm gonna check on you. Check on you later. Cause I'm making rounds where I'm working at, right? So I'm gonna see all of you again. It don't matter.
I'm gonna pick on you later. They be like, don't.
No, 100%. But I'll be messing their head up because like all these questions I'm asking y'all, I'm asking them, and they be like, whoa. Yeah.
You be hitting them with these?
Oh, I'll be hitting them with it.
Boy, 5 in the morning, boy.
5 a.m. a question like that. Like these questions is crazy.
Man, I made a homie for real. It was one dude who high key hated me. I know he ain't like me because I was always asking him how you doing, and he would mug me and was like, I'm here. Like you made it. I'm like, that's the hard part. Congratulations, you making money today, man. I'm gonna see you in a minute. He just shake his head and laugh. It was like towards the end of the day, I came up to him. I was like, hey man, I'm like, what's one question that you wish someone would ask you? He looked at me. He looked at me. He was like, what made you ask me that? I'm like, no, that ain't about me. I was like, answer the question. What's one question you wish someone would ask you? He was like, am I trying? I was like, are you? He was like, my heart is nigga. I was like, what? I was like, well, I was like, I'm gonna double down. I was like, you feel like you giving it your all? He was like, yeah. He's like, I am. I was like, all right. I was like, are you proud of you? Yeah. He's like, I am. I was like, well, then good. I mean, congratulations, bro. I'm proud of you that you proud of you, my dude.
Right.
He was like, I appreciate this, man. He came back to me the next day. He was like, hey, what made you ask me that? I was like,
thinking about that shit all day.
He was. I told him, I was like, bro, I be in this mother dying. I'll be like, bro, I'll be asking myself worse questions every step I take in this mug. So I gotta outsource. I told him, I was like, dude, I believe in God. I believe in God. I believe in God. I believe that God lives in all of us. So I'm talking to the God in you right now because I need answers. So I'm gonna ask you this question because I don't got it. I was like, what is it for you? Because you here, you making it here today. You seem like today's not kicking your ass. So like, answer me. How? He was like, whoa. Look, yeah, I'm gonna leave you with that because I ain't trying to talk your ear off because I still gotta work. I was like, but yeah, that's what made me ask you that because I'm over here high key losing it.
The casual.
For real.
But yeah, nah.
That's a good question though.
It is.
Y'all want to answer that one?
I kind of do.
Go crazy. That was not a sign for today, but go ahead, go crazy. What is one question that you wish someone would ask you? I don't even ask people that no more because it's like it's heavy. And then once you ask the question, you gotta have an answer for the two. And if you don't, we're just gonna talk about it. You know?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Can we come back to this question?
Oh, 100%. For sure.
I got it, but yeah, we can come back to it.
I mean, you can go now, because I feel like this is something you expand upon. You don't just say it and drop it.
The question, because I kind of don't want to go down a rabbit hole, but truthfully, man, I would want people to ask me, what made me choose to do witchcraft over continue going to church?
Great question. Please tell us.
So there was a certain point in my time, which both of y'all know, because when this when I was staying in the city, there was a point in my life where it was a certain person that I hated, bro, to the point where anger would turn into rage, and it was one person that I really wanted to protect the most, and I kept asking, and it seemed like my I wasn't getting no answer, so I decided to knock on the devil's door. Even though I got a response, it was more of it wasn't a happy response. It was more of an annoyance response, as into, it was more like, you are all people, why are you here? Because I've been baptized, I've been to church, so it was more of a, like, the answer that I got, it was more of a like, why are you here? You know, type shit. You get what I'm saying? It was like, it was more of an annoyance answer, and I got rejected. I ain't gonna lie. He didn't take me. He did, but I did manage to get answers from my guardian angels, and they told me that if I do continue to go down the path, that I will be attacked. So, am I prepared for these things? If it's to protect,
Right.
if it's to protect the person I want to protect, yes, I am. And I did get protect. I'm talking about nightmares, all that shit, blah blah blah. But yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's loaded.
Yeah. So now I choose witchcraft.
Okay.
And I know it's a lot of stigmatization with witchcraft and how it's evil. But see, my spirit isn't evil. So like when I hear people like, cause I'll be at work like watching videos and shit, and I just like to hear people's testimonies. I do.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like I've noticed that all the people that dwelled into witchcraft, they have been at the lowest point and they have succumbed to the darkness. I didn't. So there is no evil in my spirit. So it's like I don't get angry when people talk about God. I don't try to, hey man, stop talking about that. I don't try to do none of that shit. I want to hear it.
Yeah.
I want to hear what people got to say. Like it's sort of like with Phan, like how you be asking people questions. I want to hear people's testimonies. I want to hear because I'm looking for answers, and I ain't got it. So yeah, and I feel like witchcraft has gotten me closer to what I've been looking for. Yeah.
What is it that you've been looking for?
God. I know it sounds weird because witchcraft, God, evil, good. Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody do it. I mean, I was just saying this literally today. Everybody got their own way of navigating this thing. Don't nobody know what it is. Don't nobody know how to get through it the right way. Is there a right way?
Right.
So everybody just, figure it out. That's your way.
Yeah. And then it's like too, I can take certain problems into my own hands. Instead of sitting here praying and waiting. There's certain things I can take into my own hands. Like if I really want to protect someone, I can do it. Type shit.
I feel.
Mm-hmm.
Dang, he wasn't lying.
Yeah. That man over there big eating, boy.
It's the thumbs up. Damn.
Mm-hmm. But
I actually have hella to say. I'm just letting y'all get y'all shit off because I'm.
that was it. That was it. That was it for me.
That was it.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is my. Answer to this question, but this is the question that came to my mind. Like, I don't think anybody's ever asked me that, and I don't know. I'd be interested to answer it, but like to legit ask, like, how am I doing what I do?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like a lot of times people like look at what I do and just write it off as a novelty. Like, we see that everywhere. But like, this shit was not like something that just fell in my lap. Like, I didn't just wake up and be able to do this. Like, I've been working at this shit for a long time. And just to clarify, I'm talking about being an artist and making work on a daily basis and making money doing it, making a living doing that. So like, I feel like a lot of things have to come into play to be able to do this. And I'm gonna just say it because we on this open platform. I feel like I went to school twice. I went to undergrad and graduate school, and no one from those schools had the same kind of life as me, if that makes sense. Like, for like, to be broad about it, I've lived a pretty lonely life. So like, I feel like, I don't know, it's always like he just got up one day and was able to do this. But I see everybody else like in peer groups and going to like guest speaking and stuff, and networking don't work the same for me.
Right.
So I gotta do it on my own. And I feel like I always fall short because I can't network like that. So like, How I'm doing it on my own? Shit. To answer the question, I'm just getting up every day, not giving up.
Yep.
And that's how I'm doing it.
That's all you can do, truthfully.
Right. Like, I kind of said this today, and it kind of go into our other conversations, like that taking the little wins out of big L's. Like I used to say this on the box all the time. I don't know if y'all remember, but like I be taking L's, bro. L's. But like that has never stopped. Like to this day, I'm taking them bitches, but I gotta go and keep moving. And I feel like a lot of that shit go by. How do they say it? Since I don't know how to say it, I'm gonna just figure something else out. Like I just kind of like wash it away. Like what I'm gonna do today
Goes by the wayside.
That's what I was trying to say. Yes, like, and I was noticing that sometimes like making is the only thing that keep a nigga going. Excuse my language, but like that's how I do it today. That's how I got to be as good as I am. Not saying I'm the best, but like I think I'm pretty good. So like, yeah, I think that's the question. Like, nobody really like trying to understand how I'm doing this.
Right.
Yeah. Man. I don't know what mine is. I ain't gonna lie. I think
thought you was for the how one.
No, I think at that time when I talked to, cause it was a period. I think it was like 22, 23, 22 or 23 when I was actually, I think it was 22 when I was asking that question. And then my question was, what I wish somebody would ask me is, why are you so nice / happy? And mine is because I don't see it. I see a lot of people who like might fake the funk, but like they don't be genuinely happy. You know, not only that, but like, man, I just had a conversation literally the other day with my mom about what I believed our legacy was, because I believe people are left with inheritance, but it's just not always money. Like, I feel like your parents give you very key things that they thought would make you successful, and they're like, all right, he got it or she got it, they're good now. Like, they can take on life, they'll figure the rest out. And my mom talks about the importance for women, the importance of actively choosing joy and happiness during their pregnancy. Because she said that's what she did for me. And she said she noticed it the second I came out. And she was like, this one isn't gonna be angry. This one's not gonna be overly sad. She was like, this one is going to be joyful. And she was like, every day she woke up, active decision. This is a great day. I'm thankful that I'm breathing. Da 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 da. And then she says that she said she was my grandmother's surrogate. Because even though she popped me out, my grandmother is the one who gave me all my teachings, I feel like. No disrespect to my mother, because on the second wave of my life, I'm spending more time I spent more time with my mom after the fact. But all of it's been love. The teachings have been constantly. Like, the groundwork, I think, was laid by the time I was like 10, 12.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I told her just the other day I was frustrated at life because I feel like the longer I live, what's really happening is I'm not necessarily, and this sounds terrible, but like I'm not learning more to the foundation. Like, the foundation was had at 12. Now the longer I live, I get better at articulating what I already knew. So like life kind of lags. So like the next 5 years, I'll be able to articulate the feelings I had today better.
Okay.
That's why when people are talking to me, they'll be real passionate and they get to this point where they're at their wits' end with words. They're like, but I don't know. And I always stop people now and say, no, you do. You do. Like, you feel it. It's in you. You got it. You just haven't done this before. You haven't communicated or to this point where now you're like, I don't have it. I don't know what it is, but I don't know. No, it's in there. You do. So yeah, I'm being like this because I desire. Scratch that. I not only desire, I need the world to be better, to do better, because I think to write off being this is choosing lesser than. Like, I'm not asking necessarily at this point, not yet, for people to like believe in something higher. I'm saying you're here right now. Just choose the hard thing. Because I honestly, at this point in my life, I just feel like that is the point of life. I feel like every time you choose the hard thing, you will reap great things from it. Every time you choose not to do the hard thing, it still sucks. You just didn't choose it.
Right.
Yeah. But now it sucks because you didn't choose it. You know? And the second you choose it, and really it's not even about choosing it. That's kind of the weird part, as you talked about organization. It's like discipline. The second you just handle your responsibility, you now no longer have to worry about this responsibility. And you're like, oh, what's next? I did it. Right. Now you're looking for more responsibility. That's why, as I got older, I like that quote, more money, more problems. It's not problems, it's just responsibility. Mm-hmm. Now that I made this money, I need more money because I have more responsibility. And it's going to keep, you know?
Snowball.
Yeah.
But no, I do believe that Marcus Aurelius quote, my favorite one. It's to bear this weight. No. It's what is it? Yeah, to bear this weight is not misfortune, but to bear this weight worthily is great fortune. Right? So to choose all the responsibility that's on you to actively say, I'm thankful for this, is going to make you that person every single time. It just is. Ain't nobody else going to know that you going through it, right? But it's what's going to make you that unique individual every single time. Every single time. And it's what makes life so unique, you know? Because I don't know no one's struggle. And it's the reason why I write these questions down. So I got a million of them. I feel like this life thing is kind of an enigma in the sense of, like, if you believe in an afterlife, right? Then that means if there was an afterlife, you have to have also been here before. Not necessarily in this, but you came from somewhere. And you're stuffed in this thing of a body, right? Now I just feel like all of this is a weight. Not on no meathead type stuff, but like your body. You came here with your parents' DNA. You came here with all of your ancestors' DNA, and all of these are just struggles. It's still not you, if you believe in the afterlife. You were stuffed in this to see if you can overcome all of that and still have desires and achieve those dreams. It's just a weight. Can you remove yourself from body and say, none of this is me. I'm not allowing none of what's happening in this life to affect me. I'm still going after this. None of this is going to stop me. And that's to bear that weight worthily, you know? I'm just trying to wake everybody else up, be like, yo, this ain't even the hard part yet. Like, if you meet me, respectfully, if you're meeting me, we ain't there yet. You not there yet, because you ain't supposed to see me. You seeing me, I'm telling you, get your ass up. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Is this what you want to be doing? You at home watching this? You're on your butt. I'm thankful you're watching. Go ahead and subscribe, like the video. But also,
and if you like the video,
like. Shut up, Nick.
Big shout out.
But yeah, nah. That'll probably still be mine.
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, for sure you're right on.
Answers. These are good answers. Y'all cooking.
Trying to, man.
Yeah.
Come on, with gas.
What a gas.
All right.
Oh. I had one. It was what causes you needless anxiety?
I'm people.
Okay, that's solid. Okay.
Like in any aspect of the word, like yeah. Just like work, shit. Going outside with the dog, going to a restaurant, going to a game, concert. People, bro. People are unpredictable. You're not really sure what's gonna happen next. You don't know if this is gonna be a great conversation or your last conversation. People are just it's tough. So I'm weary with people for sure. And that might be needless. Like I could go about my life and not worry about people. But like it's kind of hard when your life is literally in the middle of a pretty big city, and I live in a high rise, so it's like people are everywhere. So I think that's why that's the most prominent answer I can think of. It was kind of easy to say that. So yeah.
I think
What you got, man?
I think mine is also people, but more so stupidity.
What you mean by that?
Very okay. So like, how can I put this? Okay, stupidity, as in like, I go to work, and they tell me to do something when that's usually the other person's job. Not saying, like, I'm helping out, but more so like, okay, I'm gonna give you a way better explanation example. Okay, let's say I'm supposed to sweep stairs 2 and 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
They tell me they want me to do stairs 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then the other person's at work. Why isn't he doing his own stairs?
Like, where they at?
Right. And then they say something stupid like, oh, well, I thought that's the stairs you usually do. No. I do stairs 1 and 2. Oh, well, in the example, 2 and 3. What? No. Why is it that I know everybody else's job and y'all can't even get the job? Y'all don't know who does what?
So then my follow-up question would be, why does the anxiety come up from that? Is it from what you might do or how you know what I mean? Or is it because you feel like you're being misled? Is it because you don't know if you'll get the job done and now your job may be on the line? Like, what does the anxiety come from?
It more comes from, in terms of stupidity, I have this, I guess, reaction to respond. Which we all know, for some reason, I respond to stupidity negatively. And half the time, I don't know how to shut my damn mouth. So, yeah. We already know how that's going to go. I'm going to respond. It's going to be a back and forth. And then, yeah.
So it's the reaction. It's your reaction.
Yeah.
Got you.
Mm-hmm.
So what you got?
Man, I'm going to leave it nameless because it's a very, very tender topic. But I was brought to a very anxiety-driven moment, and My answer before this moment probably would have been like, nah, see, probably would have been the same thing. It's all right. So I'm gonna give the mini story and then try to break down where the anxiety came from. So I needed to talk to a friend in need, and I know that they needed me to talk, right? And I get there, and it's time for me to just knock on the door. The moment is here. Matter of fact, before I even got there, I got the phone call that I needed to be there. Anxiety already set in, right? And my girl looked at me and she's like, "What's wrong?" I'm like, "Yo, I'm not ready." I was like, "I'm not ready." I was like, it's weird because I go through life and I really try to have the best words for any situation. I really try to be just present so I can speak on whatever. And I was like, that's heavy by itself because a lot of people say a lot of heavy things and people write it off like it doesn't matter because they're not present. Or ego driven, like we spoke on before, they're like, yeah, you ain't been through nothing. That's nothing. Wait till life really hits you. It ain't about that. You're not hearing this person. This is a lot for them now. Right? So like
Right.
I've been here many a times, but it was anxiety at the phone call. And I was telling her like, man, this one is a big responsibility. Do I have to say anything? Nah. I was like, but I have a buttload to say. So I get there, about to knock, and I'm like, man, I tell you, my hands up, and I just didn't hit it. I didn't hit the door because I'm like, whoa, it was anxiety all over me. One, because I didn't know how they were.
Mm-hmm.
Two, because my emotions were high, and I checked myself. Why are my emotions high? I know why, but it's like, this isn't about me. I'm cool. But the problem is that I resonated with the problem before I even spoke. I've had this perspective in my own life, right? I can empathize greatly with what's happening. The whole drive there, I'm like, all right, what am I going to say? I had so much to say. And then after I flipped and I was like, what would I want while being in this position? It's just to talk. So then I made up my mind, I'm going to just shut the hell up. I'm not going to say nothing. I'm going to open the floor, right? But man, at the door, the anxiety was me, and I checked myself. And it happens. Every time I get anxiety, it's not the expectation of someone else, it's the expectation of me and me being able to do what I know I can do to the fullest. Because then when I walk away from it, if I feel like I didn't do it, I'm going to be pissed. So now I have anxiety of going through a checklist on I know I need to hit in order for this to be exactly the way that it needs to be. And the variable that was thrown in that could throw off the checklist was my emotions. My emotions are never there. But now can I go through the checklist with the emotions as a new obstacle? It threw me, man. So I knocked, no response. Eventually I get a hold of the friend and I let him know. I'm like, I'm just here for you, man. Just to lay eyes on you. And I told them that I'm thankful that they're there. And not even for me on some selfish stuff. Again, perspective. You're existing. This is hard. You're doing it. I'm thankful to witness you going through your hard part. And it's kind of like, what's next? Like, think of, this is an old video game, so people who's watching might not know. I'll come up with another reference, but Spyro, He had a dragonfly. I'm just a dragonfly, bro. This ain't my story. I'm just witnessing. You know? Or any other side character that you may be able to think of. If it's like Ratchet and Clank, I'm Clank. If you're thinking of like, just if it's what like a cartoon. What's another cartoon that has a side character? I'm just trying to
Batman
get
and
a
Robin,
reference.
man.
I'm
Right.
Bro, I am Robin. I'm scratch that. I'm Alfred. I'm here from the beginning, bro. I'm just witnessing.
Right. Yeah.
I know all the secrets. I'm not even here to get in your way. I'm here to aid. You hit me up. What's up? What you need? This is your story. You the superhero. So I told him, I'm like, look, man, whatever you need to say, this, you can get it out now. And if you can't get it out now, bang my line. I'm coming right back. But nah, the anxiety of realizing that it is an extremely hard part for someone else. I can deal with my hard stuff. But watching somebody else struggle with life, I don't know, my anxiety goes super high. Because I don't think it needs to be that. I don't think they need to be pushed to the limit where they can't maintain. You know? Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So self expectation is mine. My anxiety goes crazy high when I feel like it's time for me to show out on something that I feel like I've been overly prepared for. Same thing, one more example of this. Same thing whenever I've ever competed, whether it's fighting, whether it's wrestling, anything. Like, man, even lifting weights. If I'm lifting weights and I know there's other people watching, I do this every day. I know I got it, and it's not the eyes. It's the anticipation. It's like, I got this. But before I'm doing it, before I get to do it, it's like, it's not even self-doubt, bro. It's just like, I'm going through the checklist. I'm in the motions. All right, this is what I did. This is how I do it. Let's just hit the checklist. I don't know, bro. Anxiety just be high off my own expectation.
Wow. That's yeah, I don't even have nothing to say. 'Cause that's facts. You can put yourself in a bad way just thinking.
Fact.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
Got some?
I can't. Yeah, it was a quote, but I don't know where my book is at right now. I'm sad about it. Matter of fact, give me.
Yep.
Quick intermission. You feel?
Mm-hmm.
Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, say what's up to us down in the comments. We be reading them
Definitely be
for
reading.
sure. Damn,
Heavy questions, man. Heavy questions, bro.
Oh yeah, hey man. I really think it'd be cool if y'all answer some of these questions too. I kind of want to hear. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So go ahead. Damn, that hit the spot. That was a great choice.
What you eating over there?
Some sour patches.
Oh yeah. I should have known. Oh, you know why I asked.
That's great.
It was a great choice to eat that.
Hold on 1 second. I'm sorry. I had it. I didn't highlight it yet. That's the problem.
What, you highlight the good ones?
I tried to, yeah.
Okay.
Here's one. This isn't it, but cowards die many times before their deaths. The valiant never taste of death but once. So again, cowards die many times before their death. The valiant never taste of death but once. So yeah, it's fear, man. In the moment. It's just like, what's happening? You know? And you run. Go ahead. What?
I was gonna say that quote made me jump back a couple conversations when we was talking about. Oh, come on, don't lose it, Marty. Don't lose it. Don't fucking lose it. Say the quote again.
The quote was, "Cowards die many times before their deaths. The
Oh,
valiant."
you were saying pick the easy route versus the hard route.
Yeah.
You picking the easy route, that's an L right there.
Yeah.
Quick.
Yeah.
And now you're like, damn, now I gotta pick it up again. So when you just see the easy route, boom, that's another L. You done died again. So yeah, I feel that.
Still wasn't the one though. I'm trying. This is another good one that's relevant. But our greatest glory is not in never failing, but in rising every time we fall. That's Confucius. I know that.
What was the last one?
Did I write the last one down? I did not. That means I was jotting that down quick. I must have been like at work or something.
Confucius. Okay.
But yeah, I can't find it. I'm mad too because I had, it was like the perfect thing for this. But man, that's okay. It was something about where found it, and I didn't write who said it, so I'm mad about that. But it's what is out of sight disturbs men's minds more seriously than what they see. I need to highlight that right now. What are you talking about? He said, what is out of sight disturbs men's minds more seriously than what they see.
When you say men's, are you meaning like man or like
plural? No, like human race.
Okay,
human
okay,
race.
okay.
Yeah, people. So all of the things that you think about are bothering you more than what's present, what's actively happening.
That's over facts. That's crazy, actually. I just said it. You can think yourself into a bad way quick as hell, man.
Quick.
It's so
super quick.
harsh. It'll change on a dime. one loose thought, and it's over. Your whole day shot.
Man. I had something else, but I think I lost it. Dang.
My bad, my dog snoring. I don't know if
no, we can't. You okay?
No, we can't hear it.
That's funny.
He making some music back there. It's crazy.
He building the cabin.
Man.
Sawing all them logs.
He got the whole wood chipper out back. It's crazy.
I got another one for y'all, unless y'all wanted to like segue into something. If y'all got, I ain't trying to hog it. You
can... No. Go ahead and do your thing.
All right, go ahead. What's up?
No, I'm not, man.
Oh, okay.
It's been a while since we spoke, so I'm just taking it all in.
Okay. So one of my questions was, what's a song you go to when you're feeling low? Low. Like what can? Yeah. Matter of fact, I'm not even gonna specify. I'm gonna leave it right there.
I got an answer right off the bat. You wanna go first this time? Yeah, one of y'all. I feel like I went first last couple times.
Oh yeah, Courtney, because I'll be needing a minute.
Like, okay, so like feeling low as it brings you up, or like feeling low you just listen to the shit.
It's over.
I ain't even gonna specify. Just whatever you want to answer with, you know. I gotta look for it.
Polo G, I know, and Polo G. What's the name of it? Barely Holding On.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know the name of the song. Yes, I do. I can't pronounce it to save my life though, because it's like some whole other stuff. But it's the theme of it's super head ass. I don't care. It's the theme of Aganos from Killer Instinct.
Yeah.
I'll send it to y'all. Nah, it's
Just threw me for a loop. What?
yeah.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
I ain't heard it.
Man.
That
I know the game. I know
make
the
me
character.
bro. If I ever am feeling too human for right now, I'll put that on and I feel like a god immediately. I'm like, you know what, you right. Get my
So let me go do something right now.
right. Yeah, no, that's for sure, man.
I'm gonna say, like I said, it was a no-brainer. I'm gonna say, Star Shopping by Lil Peep.
Okay.
Yeah.
He said.
That's it.
He said that's the one.
And it can do both. Kind of like what Courtney was just saying. Like, is this for if you feeling low and want to be up, or is this for if you low and like you just low? I feel like it can do both. If you listen to what he's saying, the beats be rocking. It's a good song. Hey, check it out.
Yeah.
That sound after this is all said and done, I really am.
That's my jam right there.
Runner up for me is All Your Fault by Big Sean featuring Kanye West.
Yeah.
That's a good one. That's
Bro,
that's a great one. That's a great one.
Hype. Boy, I'll be there. I'm in it. That whole back and forth on the last verse, I'm rapping the whole you did.
He sounds
right. I am. I wrote that. Let me tell you.
Another run up for me is this a throwback, Future, Codeine Crazy.
All right. That's another good one. Y'all
Yeah.
some good songs. Some good songs. Codeine Crazy. I ain't heard that in a minute. That's oh man. You got a runner up?
I don't think I got a runner up, man.
Nah.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I lied. This one I might get some slack for, but Modus or Midas by Joji.
I gotta look that up. I don't know that one.
Yeah, I don't know that one either.
Song too. Yeah, a lot of people don't listen to him, but I think he cool.
Yeah.
Send it in the chat.
Alright. But yeah, he cool. It's a couple of Joji songs on there. Bitter Fuck is a nice runner
I like
up
that
too.
too.
Yeah.
I like that too.
That one played a nice role in my life. Like it was a time in my life where that was on kind of like repeat.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send both of them to the chat. But those are my answers.
I'm trying to think, what's my sad answer? What's a song that I go to like when I'm sad that don't bring me up, but it meet me right where I'm at? What is that? I ain't gonna lie, I got a whole playlist. I got a couple playlists for that, so that's why I'm like, I don't even know.
For me, in terms of like sad,
yeah,
mine would be hold on, let me pull it up. It would be Kid Leroy, What Just Happened.
Bro, he got several.
Yeah,
he has
several.
That's my dog right there.
You know you liked him.
Kid Leroy,
Me?
That's my dog right there.
Yeah. No,
That's my dog right there.
That's a dub. I'm not gonna lie.
I've been messing with Kid Leroy ever since he had collab with Juice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's when I started listening, but like I wasn't like heavy until pretty recently. I like his new song Bleed.
Yeah.
That got a nice little vibe to it.
I have it's actually some. I don't care if I'm being judged for this, but there's some TikTok sounds that I actually have on this list that hit different.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's Snowfall by One Heart. This Feeling, Slow and Reverb, also by One Heart. he be killing that.
The slow and reverb versions of the songs be decent.
Bro, all of his, to be honest, I'm gonna just stop because he just does it right. What's a strong?
Real quick, I request that y'all send y'all votes in there too. I want to hear them.
Say less.
Yeah, I just put all 3 of mine in the chat, so
okay. Well then,
check them out. But I do want to hear y'all.
Yeah, I'll do it right now because I will forget. You sending it in here?
No, I put it in the message, like text message.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was just easier from Spotify.
Yeah.
That makes sense. But no, I'm just gonna rock out with that. I'm gonna just send you the stuff that I listen to from him. I was going to say this was more upbeat, but for some reason it still does it for me. No. I just thought of the song. Give me a second. Give me the think. Hold on. Yeah, I got it. It's Everybody Dies in a Nightmare by XXX.
Yeah.
I ain't heard it yet.
I'm sending it. I'm sending that now.
Please.
R.I.P. my boy, man.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Losing too early. Rappers.
Yeah. Again, just for like future reference on this, right, on what we're doing, feel free to take it from me because I will keep going. Like this doesn't, you know what I mean? Like that's what I'm like. If you ever have any topics that you want to hit, I got some heavy questions.
I'm gonna tell you this. You're a great facilitator.
Thank you.
Like these questions and they be getting the conversations going. And that's why I don't say nothing. I'm quite sure Courtney thinking the same thing. These questions be better than anything I could come up with. Pop culture reference or anything like that. Like this the kind of stuff I would want to talk about.
Okay.
Man. I just let him cook, man.
Right.
Let him cook, bro.
Alright. I actually heard this one. I think it was on was it on the TikTok? I don't know. I wrote it down though with the specifics and all. Because I thought it was very interesting. I have not answered this myself. What are the immutable parts of yourself? The immutable parts of yourself. Do not list what you need to change. Speak to the part of your identity that is so immutable that it can bring you out of any dark time.
I need a definition on immutable.
Let's go to Google.
Oh, I thought you might have had it off the jump.
I mean, like, yeah, it cannot be silenced.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, I wasn't breaking the word. Hey, phonics.
It's okay. No, it's okay. But the definition on Google is unchanging over time or unable to be changed.
Oh, okay.
Is the definition on here. Yeah.
And we supposed to just tell you what we think that thing is? That's the question?
Yeah, what part of you? What is the immutable part of yourself? I actually got mine. I know what it is.
You want to go first, man?
Yeah, go ahead.
I need to know what is correct. Like, in my worst of times, I'm pissed. Scratch that. I'm emotional. I'm lost. Right? Nothing makes sense, but I have to know. So I'm like, again, even what we're doing now, this is why I have so many questions. I have to know. I write stuff down. I'm outsourcing. I'm getting a general consensus of a thing. And no, I don't care about, how do I say, like propaganda. Like, if it's not true, it don't matter. Like, and if I'm wrong, that also doesn't matter. As long as I get corrected. That's the immutable part of me. Like, even if I was an absolute jerk, I still would need to be right. Right? Like, that's the part of me. It could never change. Like, I don't care what season arc of my life we're on in. That's what's happening.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mine is 1, my anger. 2, my loyalty. And 3, my sense of always questioning things. Which go hand. It's funny because it goes hand in hand with my anger. Because when I get pissed, I start questioning, and then I get even more pissed because the answers don't make sense.
Because you don't ever get the answer.
Yeah. And then it also goes hand in hand with my loyalty because if someone fuck with y'all, no matter what it is, I'm riding. Yep.
Bro. That's
Bro.
real. That's real. I'm gonna say. It might sound cliche, but I don't care. Just making art, man.
Creating. I got
Yep.
it.
I can't not. Like, if y'all know me, if I'm not the same person. Like, if I haven't, or I'm not able to, or I don't have the device to do what I do, like, it's gonna change me, my mood, like how I'm talking, how I'm acting. Like, it's just, I need to be making something. Like, I need to get that onto the canvas, because if I ain't got that, then here come them thoughts that put you in a bad way. Like, I need this. This is my therapy. So, like, I can't not create. Double negative, but you get my point.
Yeah.
Phonics. I cannot not. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one. I wasn't knowing if I was doing it. I'm like, wait, yeah, no, I got what you meant, and then the double. Yeah, not. I have to.
I got to.
I got to. No.
Right. I go back to those like plans you make like throughout your day. Like, that's a part of my plan. Like, I gotta make something today. If I ain't make something today, that's a L day. I don't care how much I got going on. I'm getting a napkin sketched down. I'm getting something.
Right.
Yeah. I just use that as a segue while you was looking at the next thing.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Because I got weird stuff written down. I don't know if I'm trying to dabble with that.
Drop the weirdness.
You say you ready?
I'm ready for it.
Y'all on two different pages.
This one we can expand upon, and y'all can add to this how y'all choose. Because I don't have an answer for this. And this is a question that I have for me right now, where I'm at in life. So the question is, what type of friend do you want to be? I don't have an answer for that right now. I don't.
That's a good question, because you always like thinking about what kind of friends you have, but you never really turn. You feel me? You never really turn around and look at yourself. Yeah, what kind of friend do I want to be?
You ever heard that cheesy stuff teachers used to say? Remember, whenever you're pointing your finger, there's always 3 pointing back at you.
It's facts, though.
It is, though.
Unless you hit them with the boy.
Right.
Oh, shit. That one? I don't know.
Yeah, it got me stumped too. It's heavy. Because, like, all right, so now, here's the segue.
Okay.
Lately, and this is the question that I wanted to ask y'all, so while y'all think about that, on what kind of friend you want to be, what makes you separate yourself from people who you deem friends?
Okay.
We'll let that marinate for a little bit. Okay?
No.
And now, while y'all, you had something before I get to talk?
I got it.
You do?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead. I was
You got it?
All right, so what separates me from, what was the thing? What separates me from the friends that,
the people who you deem friends, and now you're like, yeah, I can't hang here.
I'm not in that dark place no more. Because all the friends that I had, they were from the dark place that I was in. which you Phan, you know the main person with that. So yeah, even though that's gonna be my boy regardless, because
For sure.
me and him we have been cool since high school. That's gonna be my boy regardless. But I'm just not in that dark place, and I'm not doing that shit no more. So I mean, we can't really be friends. I need more light in my life, and that kind of goes into the previous question is, I want to be that type of friend that does bring light. But two, I do realize that I do hold a lot of darkness. So I try to keep my darkness away from y'all to bring more positivity. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plenty of sense.
Yeah. I mean, because Marty, you may not know, but Phan has known me for the longest, so he has known like all the dark shit, that type shit I used to do that I'm not finna speak on this podcast. But to anger, how anger I used I can't even speak. How angry I used to get, how fast I get, mad and all that shit. So yeah, I didn't toned a lot of that shit down just because, like, man, y'all, like I said, y'all a whole bunch of light. There ain't no point in bringing darkness to light, man.
I feel it.
Yeah. That was my answer, though.
I think I have an answer. If you want to wait.
No, go crazy. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna answer them in the order you asked them. I think the type of friend I want to be, and this goes back to a couple of conversations that we've had on this podcast. Go check them out if you haven't seen them yet. No, I'm just playing. But
he's serious. Go.
But I think I like to be that friend that I just want to understand what you going through, what you doing. You feel me? I like to be that friend that listen. I feel like personally, I don't have a lot to say most of the time, and I'm cool with that. And I feel like a lot of people that I have around me are also cool with that, and they take the little that I do say to heart. And I like being that friend. Like, I like being able to just, like, somebody call me up like, hey, what's up? Like, I want to talk about something. That's cool with me. Like, I don't have to say nothing. You can talk all you want. And on the other end, I feel like I said, it go hand in hand when you look on the other end and the other person doesn't give me the same respect or the same, I'm gonna just say it like that, the same respect to like listen to what I got to say when I do speak. It's like one ear and out the other. Then I'm kind of like, all right, I'm gonna back up, because like, are we friends at this point, or you just kind of like using me? I'm your therapist. We not friends. You don't know shit about me. Yeah. You feel me? But like, I'm always opening the floor for you to like express everything that you got to say. But you're not. When I try to do it, it's not giving the same energy. Then I'm gonna step back.
Yeah.
So yeah, that goes back to that just understanding. Like, you don't even need to say nothing. Just let me get it off. let me say it. And by the time I get to the end, maybe what you have had to say might be more meaningful. Or I don't know. But I have had people I've just stopped talking to because of that. Like, damn, every time you call me, you got something to say. I am going through it right now. I can't talk. And then when you say, oh man, are you, what you going through? And then I start talking and you not getting it, then I'm like, what? Get off my phone. Get off of my phone.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my answer.
Yeah, like I said, I ain't have an answer for this, but like,
oh, you don't have an answer.
I mean, I'm sure I could come up with one now for the sake of today's video, but like, first of all, the constant conundrum I was listening to from other people was that they were outright burning bridges for less. Like, it wasn't like major betrayals are happening. Like, oh, they did X, Y, and Z. I can't mess with them no more. And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
I get you. It'll be like, and this is not one that happened. I'm just giving like an example that's kind of similar to me. Like, oh, I'm a Christian, they're atheists. I can't rock with them. Okay, what? Like, I mean, like, I get it. In that particular example, it may not have been the best because I do understand that because some people are like genuinely by the book and they will not waver. And it's like, if I can't, I get the mindset. I still don't think it's correct.
Okay.
But yeah, it was like that. And yeah, that got me thinking, like, what is it that, you know, what kind of friend do I want to be? But also what makes people not want certain people to be around. Like, my answer right now for that, what makes people, and for me, it's just energies, man. And not trying to sound super not trying to sound super magical or hotep-ish, but like, I do believe that this whole life thing is a feeling process. I do. And I think, you know, when you get around certain people and it clicks, like you already knew them for forever, it didn't take much. I like that person. Let's keep this up. Because there was no time put in for the chemistry to be built. And I just feel like it's there. I feel like we already have that bond. And as I'm saying these words, it sounds science, right? Like, we are creating bond with chemistry because of what is unseen. It's just clicking. And sometimes people move certain ways and it don't make sense. And again, like I said earlier about people reaching a limit to explaining what can't be seen, and they say, I don't know. Like, no, you do. You do. And I know that doesn't represent me. How that person is moving, I can't keep moving with that. Because that might rub off on me. Or I might get the wrong idea. I might get comfortable. Like, John asked me about somebody. And we was reminiscing on something. He was like, whoa. He was like, that was a time. It's like, hey, Phan, how did we let that person be our friend? I was like, bro, we was extremely nice with no boundaries. That was the answer. Because, like, realistically, if we made a boundary, that person would have not been around from jump.
Yeah.
They just would not have been. And I know John laughed. He was like, "Oh, wow, yeah, no." He's like, "That's right." He's like, "You answered that great." Like, it's like, yeah, man, it wasn't nothing else to be said. But yeah, no, for me, the friend that I want to be, I think for the longest time, I just wanted to be able to help. And then that got frustrating because I'm like, all right, I'm not doing enough for myself to be able to help others. So let's get specific with the help. First of all, and I talked to you about this, Marty, with John as well. I'm like, all right, let me define what it is that I need from my friends. And literally, like, the only thing I need is to express ideas. I need to be able to talk about abstract things. Because I'll talk to people sometimes and they will literally just guide it to gossip. They'll guide it to hot topics. They'll guide it to sports. I'm like, respectfully, I don't give a fuck. Like, man, I'll entertain it because, again, I care about being kind. I'm not gonna make you feel lesser than. I'm not gonna be like, because I'm not better than you. We all go through whatever. You like what you like, but yeah. Can only go. I can only do that for so long, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not, like, if you see me, and here's what will happen, because it is a way. It's just conversation, ebbs and flows of conversation. Like, you went this way, that's cool, and I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what happened on last night's game. And then from there, I'm gonna tell you, I don't really watch basketball, and if you're gonna try to pitch for sports, I ain't gonna lie, the only thing I really watch is UFC, and even then, I haven't really been keeping up because, man, I just been working. So now, where does the conversation go?
Right.
You know, like, that's what I'm saying. So, again, I'm really back in. Like, again, I need to be able to talk about abstract things. So the type of friend I want to be, how I want to help, is when it comes to topics. I want to be the person who you can talk to. I want to be the first person you think about. When you're like, let me run this by somebody. You know it's going to be an honest opinion. I'm not going to send you off. I'm sure as hell not your yes man. Oh, you're like, yeah, no, that's just ass. Realistically, it won't be that. It'll be like, well, you can do better here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, I ain't going to. But I'm also not going to tell you that's a hit if it's not a hit. You know, I'm not. No. Nah. That's the friend I want to be. Yeah, I wanted to be inspiring. But again, with the mini goals,
Right.
it's like I ain't doing that much. Respectfully to myself, like I call a spade. I ain't doing enough to be that inspiring mofo. But like,
right.
we can get there. You know, but in the meantime, go ahead and call on me if you want to talk about something. But yeah, so friend I want to be, and why do I move away from people? Yeah, the whole energy thing, and as well as disrespect. Man, people be saying disrespectful stuff often, and I don't think that they catch that they do it. Like, man, she gonna be mad at me, but this came up early on in a relationship. It's not like me and her been dating super long. Well, a year is long to me, but like early on, right? A girl made a comment because she said something. I'm like, yeah, don't do that. I'm like, yeah, don't do that. She was like, it's a joke. You know how you do with your friends? I'm like, I know people do that with their friends. Me and my friends don't do that. I don't tolerate that. I don't do that. Don't do that.
And that's fair.
Yeah.
You set your boundary.
Right.
Yeah, but even we've discussed this amongst our friends because it came up at one point. Because one of our friends always does it to this one particular person, and when they got mad, we were like, "Yeah, you always do it." I'm just joking, man. And we was like, "Yeah, but like, you don't joke with me like that.
Mm-hmm.
You don't joke with Marty like that. Like, just
Yeah.
why him?"
Yeah.
It don't. Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't like that. Yeah, and I understand there's a whole nother sub group of human beings that believe if you can't, you know, talk shit with your friends, are they really your friends? I'm like, yeah, yeah, they are. Like, they respect me more than most people in society because they'll probably people in passing talk shit, and it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. You could come in with a impact, bro. If you have to show up at work and you step into this building in a fit that is not your usual fit, they're gonna say something that they think is funny. It's not funny. You feel me?
Look at him with
passing.
stuff for the day. You like, come on, bro. I just got a fuck room. What you mad about?
It's new shoes, bro. Like, so
I feel that.
there's a guy I really rock with him at work, man. He came in with we gotta wear like very particular shoes. And they provide the shoes. So he came in with some new boots or whatever. People was cooking him in passing.
That's not funny. That's not funny.
So like,
it's not. But how the fact that you doing your work, bro, and people just walking past, just cooking you, bro. Like you getting filleted every time somebody walk past, bro.
Check this out. I was talking to him, and I told him, I woke up like, I like your shoes, man. He's like, oh, thanks, man. He was like, it was really hard to find something nice. I was like, I ain't like none of it. I was like, nah, I feel you. That's why I ain't got mine yet. I'm probably gonna outsource, like just buy like off Amazon or something.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, yeah, I wanted to do that, but I didn't want to spend my own money. I was like, I get it, bro. I get it. As soon as I said that, someone walked by. I was like, what up, Woody? I was like, yeah. I was like, don't listen to that, man. He's like, nah, it's okay.
That's bogus, bro.
Nah, exactly. It's disrespectful, bro. Like, I know he got a couple of yucks in passing from other people, but like, I ain't gonna be the guy. You ain't gonna catch me. I'm not gonna be the reason.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Is there a place for roasting in the world today?
I guess if you create it, like everything else, you have to create that type of space. But you also have to be willing to receive it. I'm not.
Yeah.
So I will never dish it. You feel me? I'm not that guy. I don't dish it out because I won't receive it well. Will it get serious? Nah, I'll just try to speak on it. That's exactly what this conversation is about right now. If it happens, I'm like, yeah, I don't do that. If it proceeds to do that, you won't see me. It's really that simple.
Yeah. Cause.
And then it will.
Oh no, my bad. Go ahead.
Last thing I'm gonna say. Then it's gonna get to the point where like, I mean, like Marty, is such and such gonna be there? You like, yeah. I'm like, all right, I'll just catch you next time. Then. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Cause like when you create that space, like it's cool. It's cool to create that space because our friend group, we do have that space, but we also have boundaries.
Right.
Some people take the joking too far, way too far, and it's just like, it was funny, but that wasn't funny, bro. Like,
relax.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I guess I stopped like with the banter like that probably after high school, cause like once again, people, you don't know who finna receive that.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like even with people that I'm like close with, like they'll crack a joke and I'll be like, I'll just kind of like laugh at it. Like you said, I ain't gonna dish it back, cause like, what if I say something and you take it wrong?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now we in an argument, altercation, or something like that. So yeah, there is a time and a place, but like it don't always have to be like you can be funny without cooking somebody. I'm gonna put it that way.
For sure.
Yeah.
And I think the way you said it was well worded too. I'm paraphrasing now though, but it's like you can get the one off. That's I high it up with you because you know, depending on what level it is though.
Right.
Mm-hmm. I'm assuming if it's a piece of clothing and you my guy, I don't care what you say. We both gonna chuck like you know get a couple laughs off because yeah, this is kind of wild. This out my character. Like if you knew I was coming over and you seen me in a 3-piece suit. Yeah, see, like you already laughing. You ain't even gotta say nothing. You ain't gotta say nothing to me. If you open the door and start laughing, that's enough, bro. I'm gonna look at you and be like, yeah, I know, man. I know. Don't ask.
Right, and that's gonna be the end of it.
That's gonna be the end of it. We be like, yeah, it's crazy. Yeah.
That's like if I was to actually pull up in them bear shoes, boy.
That's with shoe boots on, boy.
Hey man, I ain't gonna count, bro. Hey, them bitches is kind of cold. I ain't gonna lie. I wouldn't wear them. The bear paw joints.
Yeah, the toe beans built into the sole.
That's crazy. Pull up to the club in some bear claws. Okay, but if you wear something, you gotta be prepared to get
But you like it.
Yeah.
Oh dang, that's when the problem happened. If you like,
that's the point because you chose this. So like, if you getting cooked, that's why it's disrespectful. You like it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's that's the point.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, yeah, we can get the couple laughs off because I know this ain't your style, but that's why I'm wearing it or whatever that may be. Like I got homies. I got homies who are in the gym and they are 100% the meathead who only care about the women, the clothes, the cars, money. I get to talking about anime, they like, what? I'm like, yeah, like let's. I was like, my bad, I forgot. Wrong friend group.
Mainstream.
Yeah, wrong friend group. Y'all got it. Y'all too hood for me. I don't care no more. Yeah, let's just get this workout in so I can go.
Let's talk anime and cartoons. They be like, I had a friend ask me just yesterday actually. Shout out my boy. He asked me what my newest Funko Pop was, and I showed him a Nezuko. Cool. And I told him what she was and stuff like that. He was like, "Oh, that's cool." Like he don't watch anime, but he was with it. I thought that was cool.
That is cool.
So I feel like being open like that, once again, just understanding, bro. You ain't gotta like
Yeah.
it. You just here with me. That's why you my boy. Let's talk about that. You feel me? Go back to what we was just saying. Like, I'm with that. Yeah. It's the reciprocation in the friendship. That's the kind of friends I like to have. You wanna have a give and take. You feel me? Like, if I'm here to listen to your problems, pull up and ask me what my newest Funko Pop is, because they all around this apartment. Just find one. You feel me? That's cool. I know that was like a little.
No, that was great.
Yeah.
That was great. That was great. I wanted to then say, Chris sent me something. It was about a dude who was like just top violinist. And he was playing like one of the hardest pieces to play in like a New York subway. And he got like a couple dollars for doing it. And the point of the video was go where you're appreciated. Because he already proved it. He was just doing this for the people just because he felt like it. But no one knew. And everyone kept walking. And a few stopped. And they gave a little. You know what I mean? So like, so with that being said, on the friendship level, like, again, conversation I was having with a couple people, I told them, like, yeah, me as a friend is kind of problematic. I'm not gonna lie. And they're like, why? I was like, cause you'll see me at first and love it and think, yeah, I want that in my life all the time. I am not giving that at all. Like, honest to God, I'm probably the shittiest friend by other people's standards. Like, I had, the last time I sat down with John, I was like, yeah, man, my bad for being an ass friend. He was like, why you say that? I was like, bro, I done missed out on pivotal dates. And I remember, I was like, I done missed key moments that I know that we were supposed to do. And I know life happens. And I know the fact that we're still friends in spite of this is why, like, it's a friendship worth mentioning. But, like, for him, like, I don't know. Another thing on this conversation, I'm not one to use best friend. I don't. I just think you connect with people in certain levels, and some people have been here for longer. And a lot of the time, that don't even necessarily mean that they're better. It doesn't. But if we lasted this long, it's still extremely meaningful, man. And yeah, so when I was sitting down with him, because it was like over breakfast or something, I was like, yeah, man, I hope I was like, I hope I'm still like doing whatever I need to do for you, bro, because you over here killing it in life. And again, this was in the era where I wanted to be inspiring. I told him I am not more inspiring than John. My man is over here running marathons in every state. Y'all hear me? Man. My man was
Go ahead.
I feel like I'm about to bring in the UFC fighter, bro, the champion right now. This man's accolades.
For real. It is incredible. Man.
He is.
When the rest of the friend group talks, we use him as the example. It's like, I'm like, bro, how are you? Like, forget the accolades. Are you okay? You know, man, because you just went through hella stuff, right? And at the time, it started off narrowing in on his last race. Because, yeah, which is a whole nother thing. If and when he hops on here, if that happens, he can talk us through any one of those. But, yeah, then we just got to talking about life. And then I remembered, this is my guy, man. Because we was talking about, at that time, it was relatively fresh after my last breakup, and we was talking about, I told him I was struggling with the concept of good and bad, and he was like, why? And not like in a nonchalant way. He's just like, man, good and bad is what you define it. It's like, this don't matter. If you think it's good, it's good. If you think it's bad, it's bad. If I think it's good, that shouldn't matter to you. And I was like, dang. He's spitting.
Yeah.
He's spitting. But that was a good reminder or a good palate cleanser for me on why people are my friends now. From that sit down, I'm like, yep, see, there it is. Ain't seen this dude months, years, right? And this is why I'm like, realistically, I'm a shit friend for most. Like, I got other friends who's questioning our friendship now because I'm not kicking it. And at one point, it was like this. Like, we was kicking it every day, literally. And then I was like, all right. Yeah, gotta
life, man.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff happened.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Place, girl, new job, car, a new car, like just stuff.
Life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, like you said, just understanding. Like some people just don't.
And then when they don't, they don't try to.
Man,
Kind of just don't and be cool with not. And that's why you gotta go.
Yeah, bounce, man.
I mean,
run that back. You said
some people
sometimes you don't. And you gotta be cool with not, right?
No, I said sometimes you don't, and sometimes people are cool with just not. So you just don't.
Yeah.
And like now it's up to you. Right. I'm gonna leave it. Right, I'm gonna just leave. I'm gonna leave it.
No, you can keep going. I just wanted to highlight that one more time. Go keep keep going.
Like, I don't know. And that's once again that goes back to the reciprocation of, I mean, friendships are relationships too.
Yes.
You wouldn't do that with your significant other. You wouldn't. You feel me? Like they wouldn't be
100%.
your significant other if you don't. You
100%.
got to be there. You got to be there to understand if y'all not on the same page, y'all not friends. I guess I don't want to say that. Scratch that part. Scratch that. I don't want to say that because you can be on two different pages and still be friends, but it's still I'm a double down on the reciprocation of a friendship, of a relationship. It's got to be something on both ends. There's no such thing as a one-sided friendship. There's two. It's got to be. I mean, you can have a relationship with yourself, but like you're not your own friend, are you? In definition.
No, yeah, I get you.
You feel me? So
yeah.
Like, yeah.
Two different books. That's what you look for.
People are. Wait, say again?
Say two different books. That's what you're looking for.
Right. And it's just, I don't know, man. People are a big part of life, and even talking about it, that anxiety is here, man, because it's hard to navigate people. To me, it's just, But I try to do as much understanding as I can. That's why we on this. That's why we having Everyday Epiphanies.
Oh, big facts. No, you did. Big facts.
He said it.
He said it.
All right.
But I wanted to say too, I appreciate everything you just said because now it helps me drive this one point home about the violinist in the subway. It is like I have people who come to me and, like you said, they just more or less trauma dump. And for better or worse, like I'm kind of game. Like this is it's kind of like, dang, it's kind of like I jumped in the middle of a new show, and someone's giving me the cliff notes of what's happened thus far, and we're in it. And I'm like, okay, I'm here. Like I'm learning, I guess. Like this is a perspective I sure as heck would not have went through. So let's see what I gain from this, perspective-wise, because it's something that I'll be able to take from later and use for somebody else, right? But like the point of being misplaced or going where you're appreciated is I'm over here. I personally am not questioning not a nan one of my friendships, but like if it feels rocky, I'm aware. If I do what I think needs to be done in order to salvage it, but I'm also aware of the diminished effort, right? No, I'm a little concerned. Not gonna worry, cause you're probably going through something too, and that's fine. But man, it would be really messed up if like later I find out we're not friends because you think I stopped caring. That could be further from the truth. I care so much about this. This is now a topic on our YouTube channel. You know,
Right.
you know, like, and then other side to that, me being offered this by y'all is huge. We was in a spell too of not talking, not seeing each other, and still was considered. That is being appreciated. That is where I think I would like for all of my friendships to lie. Even in my absence, I'm still me. Right?
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all I got for that.
Yeah.
Oh, I sent something I wanted you to play, Courtney, is in the Discord as well, and then I'll be done with it.
To play?
Yeah, I sent it to the Discord.
As you grow,
The general. Oh,
Yeah, the general. If you got it, you could. Pull
Yeah,
it
yeah,
up.
I got it. I'm about to pull up.
Okay.
Wait, y'all want to see it too, or you just want me to play it?
I don't know if. What's the deal with the whole?
Nothing. I got you.
Okay, well then go ahead then. Yeah, play it for everybody.
Yeah.
Then. I just didn't know like music wise or whatever. You know, I don't know if there is any music on this one, but
No.
as you grow, you lose certain homies because it's called closing the gap. This is the gap when we start. This is the gap as you grow. Notice how you grow and they don't. So how do you close the gap? You gotta come back down. When you come back down, you lose. So you gotta keep going up. That's why closing that gap gotta be them catching up to you. And if they don't catch up, you gotta leave them behind.
It's kind of facts, though.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that was what I wanted for that. Because I don't think John, as an example, ever came back down to me. Right? At least in his accolades. And as a matter of fact, I even told him he's one of the many, or the few, really, who I'm looking at as, yes, this is a reason why I am going to continue to morally give a fuck. You know, and that matters because life will throw you some heavy loops, and you like, why was I doing? You know. So yeah, at least for me, the gauge right now, it's not financial status, because then that's kind of like, and I hate the word personally, but like networking.
Yeah.
Like you're not friends. Just here for business, and it's fake. I'm not here for that. Yeah, I hate that.
Say it again. My God.
Man, I don't even know if I can. I just hate the word networking, because we're not friends. It's faking something. If I'm talking to you, it's genuine. If it clicks and we have like minds, we have ideas, or we can build something. And if we got common interests, it's gonna be seamless. The money's just gonna come to us because we both working on something we care about. Like, it's just yeah. But yeah, no, right now my gauge, as Snoop was putting it, is really like I said earlier, are you picking up your heart thing? Are you trying? And honestly, if we've been friends, that doesn't mean I'm gonna like, you know, not come down. But then also, like Marty said, if you do ask me for advice and you're not taking it, yeah, that's when I have to keep going. I gotta keep going, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah.
Oh, we got 2 hours, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was an easy 2 hours.
Man.
My bad for talking y'all ear off, but that one, this episode was a little bit of church for your boy. I ain't gonna lie, I appreciate y'all coming out tonight.
Damn, man.
I feel.
Be up here cooking, boy.
If two or more gather in his name.
Hey, don't be the best ones though.
I'm telling you.
Be feeling it because you be in it, listening. Like, yeah, if
Yeah.
he that excited, I need to be listening. For sure.
Yeah. Before we end it, I just want to say, I've never felt that
What?
when they be preaching. I never felt the feeling that most people say that they feel, whatever feeling that is.
I don't know what that feeling is either.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what you mean? Some people be like, they just feel the word.
Yeah.
Like that kind of feeling.
Yeah, the type shit.
Or like, hold on, wait. Go ahead. What were you gonna say? My bad.
I was gonna say that I don't remember who told me, but in my like own personal like quest for stuff, it might have been you, Phan, told me.
Okay.
But I ain't gonna place it on you just in case it's not.
You can't.
Somebody told me that sometimes it's not entirely the book and what he reading from. It's the relation from the book to your personal self.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I understand it. So when people be like, he up there cooking, basically, that means it's directly relating to something going on in their life, which makes it all that more meaningful.
Yeah.
So when you feeling it, you feeling it.
Yeah.
You get me? So that's the feeling. If I guess I said I don't know, but I do know the feeling. Yes.
Right. Okay.
I get you.
Yeah.
What you got, bro? You look
Because
like you
I just wanted to double back. We already spoke on this podcast. The whole speaking on different interpretations of pivotal information.
Mm-hmm.
That is it. So like, all right. Since we here, right? We're not trying to convert nobody to Christians on this at all. That's not what's happening. That's not what's happening at all. I don't care if you don't believe. I don't care. I don't care if you're atheist. I don't care if you're a science. What is it? Starts with an A. Science.
That's a fucking cult.
No, it's
I don't know.
I have it. It's not atheist. It's it'll come to me. But the bottom line is, all right. So I'm trying to think, like how. First of all, like let's say a pastor opens with a sermon and it's something very general, right? Like it could be. I just do something like Adam and Eve, right? Because everybody knows that.
Mm-hmm.
What he chooses to say is then that pastor's relationship with the Bible and what he's trying to relate to y'all, right? Now, if he's trying to talk about sin, I'm speaking for me right now. That's a lot. I don't know how you're going to tackle that in one sermon, my guy. I don't. You probably going to lose 90% of your audience because then you would have to break down the definition of sin and how this matters. You can't just dive into this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But if you hit a different one and you was talking about like purpose, right? And then you wanted to speak on Adam directly and to think on how powerful the lack of knowledge is in the Bible that Adam was created, right? Mm-hmm. And God looked at that man and said, "This is not good." We don't know how long this man was on the planet. And again, and I'm gonna speak on this from a nerd standpoint. I'm not saying this is fact, but I'm saying if you was building the anime and your character was wandering in your world with no one else, to the point where he named everything, every animal, he can't die, so he probably did go to the depths of the ocean. He's immortal.
Yeah, well.
He's immortal. He every bird, every mountain. And God was like, "Yeah, my man's depressed. He needs something." Or, man, this is too easy. He's doing it.
Right.
He's gonna reach me. I need him to overcome something.
Right.
Purpose. I'm just gonna get this man this. Let's see if he can figure that out. Go ahead. You got that now, and look, I need you to watch that and make sure that was listening like you. Let's see if you could do that. If you could do that, yeah. Now we got two or more, and then you can have more from that. You can keep building. Can you handle this responsibility? And that's purpose. That's a sermon on purpose. That's a sermon on relationship that relates to life. And then the people in the congregation gonna be like, damn,
because you're touching on so many
something,
right,
something, and it's connecting. But some just get the hooping and hollering, and you like, he ain't say nothing. Yeah. You be like, yeah. You're like, what? You want my money? Bro, I could stay home.
I could stay home.
Bro, I could have YouTube
boy, the
TD
dabber.
Jakes, bro.
No, don't you
swallowed. Have you ever been swallowed?
Crazy,
I
man.
gotta chill.
Yeah, we can't speak on that today.
Yeah.
That's funny to me.
Y'all gotta chill, man.
He's going through turmoil, but that's for next podcast, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, it's one last thing for real.
Okay.
And this is not spiritual. This is just everything. I think the best way somebody told me about both church and therapy and other pivotal things like that is that it's like trying on shoes, you know? And the title of it, if it's church, if it's therapy, it's more like a brand. Like, it could be like Nike. Just because you tried one therapist, one church, that don't mean that the brand is trash. You didn't find a shoe that you like.
Mm-hmm.
You got to keep trying shoes until you find one that fits you. And then you're like, oh, okay. No, I kind of rock with this.
Yeah.
It's like that. Because people try one and it's like, yeah, I don't like that. Yeah, that's not for me. That's not my stilo.
Right.
Because the expectation is everybody teaching the same
It's high.
thing at the same time.
It's high.
You're supposed to just be enlightened.
I keep hearing that this is supposed to be like this.
Right.
Yeah, no, it don't have to be. It can be absolutely trash.
It's gonna
You're
be
right.
you make it.
And I'm sorry that was your experience. Man, I am.
Well, it's been episode 6, man. Heavy.
Six.
That was a good one.
It was a good one, man. Pretty heavy episode, but overall great.
It was. Thank y'all for if you made it this far. Give me something in the comments. What y'all think? If they made it to the end. Just say, hey, I made it. just tell me that if you watch.
You're a real one. We appreciate you.
Appreciate it.
Hey, I made it in the comments.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, man, that's been episode 6 with Everyday Epiphanies with Marty, Midas, and Phan, a.k.a. Sicorian. We sit up here every other week and talk about a variety of miscellaneous topics. And with that being said, see y'all in 2 weeks. We out.